living by the truth that all rules of this universe are my rules, and with the divine blessings, I am here before you with yet another story that would have a lasting impact on your lives. In a self-training program, a trainer was training a few couples, that is for husband and wives. During the training program, the trainer asked the husbands, "Do you have anything to change in your wives?" The husbands got excited. They said, "Yes, we have a lot of things to change." Some said, "We want everything to be changed in them." Some said, "We have thousands of things, which we would love to change in our wives." Some said hundreds. Some said thousands. The trainer was curious. He asked, "You have so many things that you love to change in your wives?" They said, "Yes, we are really curious to change a lot of things in our wives." Then the trainer said, "Done. I'll give you a small task. List out 5 things which you really want to change in your wives and give it to me. I'll ask them to change, and they will." The husbands got very disappointed. They said, "What? 5 things? We have hundreds of things which we would love to change in our wives, but you are giving permission for only 5 things." But the trainer said, "It's not possible for me to ask them to change hundreds of things. Let's try with 5 things first." So with a disappointed outlook, as there was no other option for the husbands left the training camp. Once they went home, the only work what they had was this. They just wanted to list out the best 5 things which would be changed in their wives so that they can be comfortable in the next life that they are leading. This excitement of the husbands, their curiosity to change a lot of things in their wives, disappointed the wives so much. They felt very bad. My husband doesn't like me as I am. He really wants me to change a lot of things. What should I change? How should I change? This was a puzzle in their mind. This developed a kind of pain and suffering within them. But this was not the thing that was catching the attention of the husbands. The husbands were very excited. They wanted to list out the 5 things the wives would change in future so that they can be happy. All the husbands started listing out the 5 things. So they sat at the night time and started writing. The real problem with them was not to list out 5 things. There were hundreds of things that they really wanted to change in their wives. And concising it to that 5 was the real problem. Among the husbands, there was one person who was very curious about listing that 5 things. He started his work around 9 o'clock at night, and he started listing all the things first which he really wanted to change in his wife. Then he started trying to concise the things to 5. It was a real tough task for him. The time passed on. He was still working on it. The time got 11, 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock. Around 1 o'clock, the wife who was sleeping woke up and just did not find his husband beside her. So she went in search of him. Where is he? Then she found that he was seriously writing something. Out of curiosity, she asked, "Hey hubby, what is that you are writing there?" So he said, "The trainer asked me to list 5 things which I would like to change in you, right? I'm trying to concise that." "So what's the problem in that? You could have written in 5 minutes, right?" He said that there are thousands that I want to change in you. So I'm not able to concise that 5 things. This really shook the heart of the wife. She felt almost devastated. She just went into the bedroom and tears started rolling down her eyes. How can I really make my husband happy? What should I really do to make my husband happy? Why doesn't he like me as I am? So this thought lingered in her mind and it was troubling her so much. She laid on bed, but she could not get sleep. She was weeping inside slowly. The husband continued his job with a lot of excitement that I'm going to see 5 changes in my wife that would bring me freedom. But around 3 o'clock, working on it still, a thought flashed in the mind of a husband. That thought was just there for a few seconds, but it brought a complete realization in him. He immediately tore all the papers, put them in the dustbin. He just went to bed. He got up in the morning and just told his wife while he was going to the office that I'm going to give you the best gift which would really surprise you and bring you freedom. The wife didn't take it seriously because there was nothing like that has happened in all the 20 years of their marriage life. She took it light. She was in her regular chores. The husband left to office. After leaving to office, he called a florist and asked him to get the best bouquet of red rose flowers. And once the florist brought that flowers, he just took a clean sheet of paper and wrote one sentence on it and folded it, kept in a beautiful cover and kept that cover in that flower bouquet and asked the florist to give it in his house. The florist did it. The wife, receiving the bouquet of flowers, was really surprised. So, out of curiosity, she recollected the words that her husband said, I'll give you the best gift that you have ever got in your life. So, out of curiosity, she opened the cover and she read the information that was written on that paper. That really excited her. Going through that information, she was totally free. She really felt light. She was feeling as if she was floating in the air. So her heart was in peace. The happiness filled within herself totally. Suddenly she felt that the whole world was heaven around her. And immediately she wanted to do a lot of things for her husband. So she just looked at the watch. The watch said only 11 o'clock. Still, it was 7 hours for her husband to come home. So she started cleaning up the house, setting right everything, designed everything with new curtains, new bed sheets. She really planned for cooking a wonderful dinner for that night. She dressed herself in a beautiful one which her husband has brought to her. She was very curious to meet her husband in the evening. She was waiting and waiting for her. Time was moving very slow, but still she was waiting out of curiosity. Around 6 o'clock, she was at the gate waiting for her husband. The husband dropped in. Looking at the wife at the gate, he was surprised. He was totally taken aback because in all their 20 years of married life, not even one day his wife was standing at the gate to receive him. For the first time, she was there standing at the gate to receive him. This really excited the husband. He walked in happily home. The wife happily gave him a cup of coffee and he enjoyed the coffee and they started communicating each other. They conspired a lot of love. They shared a lot of memories. They recollected all the wonderful times that they had in their life. They laughed, They shared a lot of things. They could express a lot of love among each other. They had a wonderful dinner. They celebrated that day in such a manner that it became a memorable day in their life. After a few days, in the next training program, the trainer excitingly asked everyone, did you write the 5 things which I asked you to write, which you want to change in your wives? So everyone said, yes, but you have given only 5. You could have given 100, sir. That would have really excited us. So everyone started submitting the papers. This husband did not give anything. The trainer was surprised and he asked him, why you didn't write 5 things? You don't have anything to change in your wife? Then he said, no, I love her the way she is. And he narrated all the episode that has happened on that day, including the thought that flashed in his mind at 3 o'clock, which brought realization, and the information what he has written on the paper and submitted it to her. The trainer was really happy. He took that example and explained the same to everyone there. And everyone was excited and everyone congratulated them for the wonderful realization what they have brought in. And from then, all of them changed their lives and started leading it wonderfully. Now, I have a question for you. Now, I have 2 questions for you, if you can answer. The first question is, what is that thought that the husband got on that day at 3 o'clock that brought the entire realization within him? Second, what is that one-line information that the husband has written which has really made the wife free? Can you answer this? Please stop the video for 5 minutes, take a clean sheet of paper and start answering these 2 questions and then come back and continue the thing. So if your answer is what I am going to tell you, you're fantastic. You're matured enough to lead your life wonderfully. If your answer is not matching it, please change your thinking, follow this logic and start leading a wonderful life. Okay? Now you can go and write. So hope you have written it. Cool. I'll narrate it. The thought that flashed in his mind on that day at 3 o'clock is, today the trainer asked us to write 5 things that we want to change in our wives. In the next training class, obviously, the trainer would ask the wives also, do you have anything to change in your husbands? They'll also get excited and say that, yes sir, we have hundreds to change. We have thousands. Some may say infinite. Some may say we want our husband to change everything. He doesn't have even one right thing. And then he will also give them an option of 5 things to be written. And the trainer will give that 5 things and ask us to change. Can we change? Can I lead my life according to others' choices? When I can't change, how can I expect anyone to change? Is it really possible? This thought has brought a number of questions and that brought a realization within him. See, we generally can't change ourselves according to the aspirations of others. When we can't change ourselves, how can we expect others to change according to our whims and fancies? I'll tell you a simple logic. Try to understand it very clearly. Asking other person to change according to our aspirations is a lot like stitching a dress to your choice and asking the person to accommodate into that dress according to that dress. Is it possible? Probably must have stitched a short one. Can you ask your companion to concise himself and fit into it? Probably you must have stitched a dress which is very small. Can you ask your companion to become thin or to become short or to become fat and fit into it? It's never possible, right? It is the same thing which applies to this. When you can't change yourself according to the others' choices, how can you expect others to change to your choice? And think about this. Is the other person leading his life or your life? He is leading his life. Then who should decide how he should be? Himself, right? Not you. If someone decides how you should be, just think how horrible the life will be. The freedom flies off from you. You will never be free. If someone decides you are more like a slave. The same thing happens with the other person also. Just because you have got a label that you are a husband, you are a friend, you are a lover, you are a mother, you are a father, you are a neighbor, something like this, some tag what you have attached, you communicate to others in such a manner that they have to change everything. Understand one thing, my friends. You have certain qualities within you which you love. Of course, they are the qualities that you love. But you can't insist the entire world to follow that qualities. It's never possible. So one great realization he got on that day was, it is nonsensical to ask somebody to change according to their choices. Let them be as they are. So he realized on that day that I need to love people as they are. I cannot ask anyone to change. And one line information, what he has written on that paper is, dear wife, I love you as you are. I love you as you are. And this is what excites every woman. This is what excites every friend, every lover, every child, every parent, every student. Because everyone wants to be respected. The wife was excited on that day. She was in the 9th cloud. She was floating in the air. She was totally free because her husband loved her the way she was. And what made her free? Because she boosted up her love, respect, and belief within herself. Reading that information, what really excited her is a lot of love, a lot of belief, a lot of respect grew within her that made her fantastically happy. What can be a greater gift than respect, belief, and love that you can give to the other persons? And in order to give that, all you need to do is you need to love them as they are. Don't create any terms and conditions. Don't create any benchmarks that if you ought to be my friend, you must be like this. If you ought to be my lover, you should not talk to that fellow. You should not dress like this. You should not go like this. You should not behave like this. Don't create any benchmarks. Everyone is leading their lives and you are leading your life. Let people lead their life according to their choices and you lead your life according to your choices. We have got an opportunity to relate with people and lead. It doesn't mean that everyone has to change according to you. And it is absolutely impossible for people to change according to your likes and dislikes. Understand this. So love people as they are. If you can love people as they are, I'm truly telling you, you will solve most of the problems that you are suffering with today. And that makes you excited. This one principle has made me to relieve most of the burden in my life. And I'm excited and I'm really leading a happy life today because of this one truth that I followed. So hope you too will and celebrate your life. I want to see you celebrating happiness. If you are not happy, you can never give happiness to anyone on this earth. You need to celebrate the love within you. If you need to celebrate the love within you, you need to get enhanced. Get enhanced with this wonderful truth, wonderful belief that love people as they are. Hope you will do it and create wonders in your life. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you.
Every day, in every way, life is getting better and better. Don't miss to be a part of Venu Skill Training Academy, as you can't miss life.